Q&A, questions and answers. My father has serious myocardial ischemia. In order to heal quicker, can he use Light Pad for 2 hours at a time? Well, cold laser works like this. After 10 minutes, in particular in one spot, there's no benefit in leaving it running longer. The cells have absorbed as many photons as they need to heal. They'll absorb more later, but there's no benefit in applying more light photons at that time. So 10 minutes really is the maximum that you can use cold laser on one point. And this is why it turns off after 10 minutes. And it's advisable not to irradiate blood for more than 30 minutes each time. Why is the best treatment time in the morning and the evening? This is actually tied into why it's good for children to go to bed early. Nighttime is when your body is restoring itself. It's when the body does the housekeeping. It doesn't have to worry about the mundane tasks of coordinating your muscles and muscular activities, walking and running, all these things you do during your waking hours. But in the evening, your body is slowly shutting down and thinking to itself, gosh, there's a bit of damage to fix here, bit of a pile of waste over here, which accrued through the day, and I've got to try and get rid of that. And MiraMate Light Pad will help your body perform these tasks. Okay, so it also helps with your enzyme promotion and other biological functions which your body does during the morning and evening. Now, also in the morning, when you wake up, you may know that you don't measure your blood pressure first thing in the morning. Your body is stabilizing itself at that time. And this is why Light Pad is great for use at that time. It helps your blood pressure stabilize and reduce or stabilize again your blood viscosity. And it's recommended to start your treatment half an hour before a meal. Well, don't worry too much about that. If you have your food and then think, gosh, I've forgotten to use Light Pad, well, it's nothing major. You can still use your Light Pad and you won't suffer any consequences. We're really talking about the ideals here. Why do I feel headache, dry throat, and rapid heartbeats after using Light Pad? Well, some people have these symptoms when they first start using cold laser treatments because some of them are more sensitive to laser and their body has become accustomed to the laser light. Some people have got very poor microcirculation. Now, when MiraMate Light Pad starts doing its magic, then there's an increase in blood flow, and any change in your body's functions can be mirrored by the heartbeat change or headaches or some other ways. When the flow increases, there's a change in your body. And so, of course, there'll be a change in the way that your body feels. And different people feel these effects in differing ways. If you do have any sort of symptoms, they can be effectively alleviated by drinking water, because water helps flush any sort of toxins out of your body. It also helps to decrease the viscosity of your blood, and it's basically a real good idea to do anyway. Now, there are very few people who are allergic to laser light, but some are, and they can start developing local rashes or edema. People like this, it's best not to use laser light, but if they do have rashes, the rashes will just go on their own accord after 1 or 2 days. It's very rare that this occurs. How to treat hair loss with Light Pad. You can use Light Pad to stimulate hair growth because the laser light stimulates cells by pressing the pad directly against your scalp. You do it twice a day for each area and 5 to 10 minutes for each area per session. Can children use Light Pad, and are there any side effects? Now, children can use Light Pad, Over the years, clinical data has shown that low-level lasers don't harm human tissues and are very safe, and there are no side effects. Now, one thing that must be remembered is children love playing. If they see this beautiful Light Pad and this lovely light coming out, they're going to shine it into their eyes because it's cool, and that may cause harm. So it's best not to leave them unattended. It's best to sit with them and talk them through it. I guess if the child is an older child, 12 years or over, and they are responsible and you train them, then there should be no problem. Now, we do recommend that children under 10 years old should not be exposed to more than 10 minutes of application, not because of the danger, it's really because they don't need it. Their cells are naturally quite high energy anyway, so they don't need more. Can I use Light Pad if I have vascular stents, a pacemaker, or orthopedic metal parts? Yes, you can. There's absolutely no risk with that. The temperature from each light from the laser is very low, and it won't cause the metal within your body to heat up, nor will it interfere with the functions of a pacemaker. And are there any other treatment precautions? Well, there are no restrictions for treatments. You can give yourself a break after a week of continuous treatment if you want, or if you don't, you don't. Some people do this to maintain the sensitivity of your body to the laser light, the biostimulation. Can Light Pad work through clothing? No, it cannot be performed through clothing because the clothing blocks the light. And of course, the whole unit works through light. I guess the same would apply if you're an extremely hairy person. If you've got a lot of hair on your head and you use it on your head, the laser light does diffuse to your skin. But of course, it's not as effective as if you've got thinning hair and the laser can reach the skin with more intensity. Now, this is an interesting one. Now, if you have low blood pressure, Light Pad can improve your blood supply and the microcirculation, making the myocardium contract powerfully. Now, this isn't just hearsay. This is through proper scientific studies, and I recommend you check up on this if you can. Light Pad has a normalizing effect. It both reduces high blood pressure and increases low blood pressure. Quite remarkable. With cerebral hemorrhage, can someone use Light Pad? Now, after a cerebral hemorrhage, please wait 3 months at least for the blood vessels to heal before Light Pad, because Light Pad will increase the flow of blood. You don't want to increase any stress onto the blood vessels within your brain.